Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's go ahead and keep on working. We got to finish the graphics up on our KTM 530. We managed to get just the front end completed, and there's a couple stickers left that we got to do. Since we had to do a little zip tie action on the you can see it right there on the side shroud, I ended up having to get some new shrouds here, and I just went with the black ones. So that way when we put the new plastics on, we don't have to drill holes through the plastics in order to mount them. So you know what, now that I look at it, I think that mount might be broke off down there. Looks like there's a tab that comes off the side of the radiator. But let's go ahead and keep on working on these stickers. We're going to do this, and then we've also got a couple other things that we're going to do. So I forgot to hit record, but I got this one on, and I am halfway through this one. So I cleaned it off with carb cleaner and a clean rag, and I have this kind of on the side to help absorb some of the soap water, because I don't typically use soap water, but with these little breather vents, I did hit it with a little teeny tiny bit of streak free with some soap water. Just to get them lined up, and then you just have to work it down and then heat it up, and it pushes all the water out. Alright, so we moved on from the graphics for the moment to the seat cover. I got a Attack Graphics gripper seat cover. White and black should match the graphics pretty well. Some people, they asked in one of my videos before when I did a seat cover, I think it was for the Honda, one of the bikes anyways, they said, you know, what's the point in putting a seat cover over top of another seat cover? Well, that one was salvageable. So if a seat cover is salvageable or reusable, I'll actually put the new one to match the graphics kit over top of that one, because it doesn't really affect the rideability or the actual, I don't notice a difference personally. So it's more of a personal preference, but I would actually put a gripper seat cover over top of the stock seat cover just to preserve the stock seat cover, so that I could just take that one off if I ever wanted to revert back, and I wouldn't have to reinstall the stock one. But you know, it's your own preference. That one that I just took off of this, totally trashed, so it was garbage. So I took it completely off, and we'll go just seat cover directly to the phone. So let's go ahead and reinstall and get this one on there. Okay, there we have it. It's a little tight fit. I think it'll warm up and seat. Maybe we can undo it. We can adjust it in the future, but got all the staples set. A little tight back here. I didn't even have to cut it, but for the most part, it seemed to work out pretty good. Moving on. Okay, so it is a couple days later. At the beginning of the video, I noticed that there was a tab broken off one of the radiators, so I ordered some. These are actually just some cheaper eBay OEM replacement radiators. But let's go ahead and open them up and see what they look like. High performance racing. Okay. I'm not sure about this. This is probably my water temp sensor. Have to double check that. They look like pretty decent quality. Being from China, nice polished aluminum. Welds are okay. Almost a little oversized compared to the ones that are on it right now. The only thing I'm questioning is, do I have a spot to mount my fan kit? Because I think the fan kit is actually, it's riveted on. So that's something we'll have to take a look at when we go to take them off. So what we're going to do is go ahead and drain the coolant out of the bike and get those radiators off. Well, after 20 minutes or 30 minutes of dicking with this thing, it is entirely too tight. Unless we eliminate the use of this little filtration cooler, which I'm not gonna do, because we've already eliminated the fan, I can't use these freaking radiators. So, since I can't hook that up, I'm gonna have to go get the other one and put the other one back on this side. Okay, we had to revert back to the stock until I can find a replacement. I think there was a passenger or right hand side radiator fan on eBay for like 60 bucks. I might do that. But then I gotta get a rivet gun and I gotta rivet the fan on to the new one. So it's kind of a pain in the ass getting these freaking hoses connected too. I mean, that's pretty tight in there, the way that hose goes down and up like that. And then these hoses, just, you can tell they were eBay hoses because they just, I mean, they were a major total bitch to get slid on, and they are tight. So there's definitely not going to be any leaking. It's just, I mean, freaking cut up my hands trying to get them on. It was just a freaking struggle. So the other side should be easier than this side. This little cooler cartridge makes it really annoying to do. It'd be cool to eliminate that or just have a U-pipe that goes through there so that bulky ass thing isn't on there, but I didn't want to eliminate it with the other ones in the event that I wasn't going to have the fan. But now I'm not even using those. I do have new rubber mounts though, so I was able to put the legitimate mounts in there, and then I got the temp sensor in there, so I'll be able to put my radiator shrouds on with the new graphics, so that'll look dope. And it'll cover up that ugly old aluminum that I could have polished before I put back on there, but didn't. All right, now that we got this side mounted along with this side, I even did a little brazing on the back side of this to reinforce that radiator mount, so that's good. Got everything tightened up. So we'll go ahead and fill it up. Let's fill it up with some antifreeze. So we got some of the stickers on the front. We tried to put new radiators on. We got new radiator hoses on that are quite a bit tighter and a lot cleaner than the old ones that were dry rotted. So that's good. We got it filled up with antifreeze again. So I think the next step would just be to heat up all this old decals, peel those off, and go ahead and finish applying like the airbox and the shroud and the forks, all of those graphics, and then we can put the shrouds on, and it should be, for the most part, pretty well complete. thing I noticed when I was putting the front end stickers, pulling those off, is that my fender wasn't lined up with my front tire. So I loosened up these bottom triple tree bolts and kept these tight up here. And if you do that, there's a couple different ways that you can try to true up the front end. You can get it off the ground and spin it, but I think this is a little too more tense. I think somebody tweaked this front end. So when I actually loosened up the bottom and then backed it up, and you saw me pushing forward and trying to compress evenly down on the front to get the triple tree, to get the clamps to kind of come down together and straighten up, which they kind of did just a little bit, but there's still a pull to this side. And then after further inspection, this fork tube is actually a little bit lower than this one. So I'm going to loosen this one and bring this one down. It's about 2 millimeters higher, which would also make it a little cockeyed. So we're going to fix that too. So after cutting out these plastics, I was wondering what these were. They're so oddly shaped. Well, they're the fork guards. And on both sides, I didn't notice it, but they have been modified. You can see they've been cut and like almost like they were sanded and smoothed off to be just front cover fork guards instead of wraparound. Not sure if you can see that. So, I mean, and it's on both of them, both sides. This one's a little more janky looking. You can see the cut edge. So it's either I use these, and I waste my good plastics graphics, or I save these, I put these back on, order some new ones, and then just leave them like this for the ride this weekend, which I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste these. These things are awesome. And I'd like to have like the full wraparound coverage that these things are set to provide. So moving on. All right, this is pretty much what it's going to look like. Everything's not completely bolted on yet, but looking pretty sharp. All right, guys, it is a couple weeks later. Takes me a little while to get these videos put together with everything we got going on, but we got the bike pretty well put together for me and the little dude's camp trip this weekend. It's just me and him, so we're gonna go out and get some riding done. I might get some GoPro footage. I keep saying that, but maybe this time I will. Anyways, I gotta wrap this up before it ends up being a 45-minute video. With that said, I really appreciate everybody continuing to subscribe and watch the videos. And if you like them, hit that like button. Tell your friends so I can build more subscribers and we can get more content. Kind of slowed down with the project funds until we can sell a couple projects. But, you know, that is what it is. That's how it goes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Peace. We gotta push it hard. Hard.
Come on my bike.
Scoot forward on the seat. What are you doing? No, that's not gonna work. Not for you. Scoot forward on the seat.